This improv story is based on the idea a woman falls out of tree to let the story commence. Mary had to climb up a tree to get her cat. Her cat knew how to get up trees, but not how to get down them. She had to climb up. She phoned the fire brigade. Because you know how you see things like in American things where there's the firemen try to get a cat out of a tree. It's just something you see in these American programs. I'll do that. Phoned and went, this is not an emergency. Like, Pure gave her into trouble. This is not an emergency. Oh, right. Well, what's the number again for non-emergency? I don't know that, but this is not an emergency. This is for fires, not for cats up trees. Aye, all right. And she hung up. So she had to go up the tree. So she climbed up the tree and she went, pss, 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 pss. Pss, pss, pss. Come on. Come on, Bessie. Bessie, come on. But you know what cats are like. Just like that. Bessie was like that. Climbing up higher, like, you fuck off. You know, just like, no, you're not ruining my fun. Just went higher and higher. And then Mary reached, nearly got Bessie. And then her foot slipped and she fell. And she banged her head against about 3 or 4 branches on the way down. I mean, she was lying on the ground. Head was cut. Nose was bleeding. And the nose was bleeding not because she banged her nose, but because of her brain. Pretty bad. Pretty bad stuff. Our cat, Bessie, came down. And Bessie licked the blood and sort of put nose up to the blood and then went away. And a neighbour saw the blood on Bessie. Went, oh, Bessie, you alright? Saw there wasn't a cut. Thought maybe she attacked another cat or something. And she thought, don't know. The neighbour just had a feeling that something wasn't right. So she took Bessie to her neighbour, which was Mary, and said, what? I'm going to play Skyrim. Yep. Do you want to play it later? Yeah. Good. Neighbour took Bessie round to Mary to say, oh, I think Bessie's got a bit of blood on her. Mary wasn't there. She went, Mary, champing on the door. Mary. Maybe Mary's round the back garden. She went round the back bit and the back gate was open. And she looked in, saw the back door of the house was open. Mary. Went for a wee walk. There's a wee sort of park bit, kind of like round the corner and up there and looking about. She went, I know. And the neighbour put Bessie on the ground and Bessie started walking towards the tree that she went up. And there, the neighbour saw Mary on the ground, you know, bleeding. And they went, oh my God, Bessie went up a tree again. And the neighbour couldn't work out, right, what's more important here, getting the cat down or getting help for Mary? Getting help for Mary, obviously. So she phoned 999. Aye, emergency. Aye, right. We've got a cat that went up, I think went up, it looks like the cat went up a tree. I'm sorry, you have to slow down there. You have to slow down there. There was a cat up a tree. You again. Sorry? You again. This is not an emergency. I haven't phoned. You have and you're lying. No. This is the first time I phoned. There's been an accident. I think the cat went up a tree. Right, that's it. And the police came round. No an ambulance. No the fire brigade to get down the cat, but they sent the police round. And they went like that. Madam, Miss, madam, did you phone emergency services earlier today around 12:38 p.m. BST? Yeah, because the reason is, and she pointed into Mary, there's Mary blood coming out her nose. A brain injury, not even, broken nose. I did. No, what's happened here is, it's an ambulance that I'm wanting. Okay, now going to have to detain you under paragraph 3, section 2.5 of the wasting time of the Emergency Services Scotland Act 1973. I'm going to have to detain you under that Act, Scotland Act. So I'm going to have to take you in. This is, listen, no, but she's lying. It's the cat that, listen, I can see that, but we have to go through with this. This is just the process. Just going to take you down to the station. You can tell us all about it there. Let you out after it. Get you a lawyer if you want. If you don't know one, don't know if you're entitled to legal aid, we can sort that out. But contrary to the 1973 time wasting, that Charles, what is the act? It's phone call time waster, emergency services time waster act, paragraph 3, section 2.5 of the section 2.3 1973 Scotland Scotland Act. Did you catch that? So I'm not going to really read you the rights. That's something you hear in America. The whole you have, you're unless you're under arrest, you do not have to say anything, that, blah blah blah. You're not actually officially under arrest, but I do have to take you in just to find out what's going on here. Are you okay coming down to the station and answering a few questions? Is that okay? My neighbour's dying. We can see that, and that's going to get sorted out. Charles, could you sort that out? Yep, I'll get on that right away. So that's Charles. This is PC Charles. He's going to be sorting this out for you. Now, I could take you out to the car here. Don't worry, I'm not going to embarrass you in front of everyone and push into the car. If you could just walk peacefully and calmly, then there's no need for a big scene in front of your neighbours. And so the neighbour got taken down to the station, explained the whole thing, and she got let go. There was an officer down at the station went, and you were brought down here for that? Yeah. Well, that shouldn't have happened, because it states pretty clearly in paragraph 2.5 of the section thingy Scotland Act that if the situation is this, then you shouldn't have. Okay. No, you're free to go. Right, I need to get a lift back. Can I get a lift back? No, we don't do that. Right, now my friend's dying. Right, you're actually going to have to phone them up. The emergency services. No, but I was told that PC... Oh, there he is there. And the police who was in charge of getting an ambulance. How did Mary get on? Sorry. How did Mary get on? Not actually allowed to talk about any other specific cases. No, I'm the person... Do you remember my friend Mary was lying... Not actually allowed to discuss due to the privacy and data collection and privacy Act, Scotland 1995. The GDPR, Data Protection Act, Scotland. We can't do that. But listen, come here. And the police took her to the side. She went, what's this? Just come over here. It's okay, I'm speaking informally here. I'm speaking informally to you here. I'm not speaking as a police officer, I'm just speaking as a member of the public here. Because remember, police officers were members of the public as well. And we get a lot. I know we get a lot of bad press. I get it. I completely understand. It's got to get rooted out from the roots. Sorry, where was I? You were going to tell me something, right? This is strictly off the record, okay? Your friend's dead. Yeah, we couldn't get her to the hospital in time. She died of severe brain trauma. Due to, was it she fell out the tree, didn't she? Yep. I didn't see it, but so you didn't actually see this? No, I just assumed. You assumed. You see, we have a saying in the. No, I know, assume, make an ass out of you and me. So you didn't actually see this? No. It's just that you led us to believe that you witnessed this, so you weren't actually a witness to this. No. This changes everything. This changes everything. I'm going to actually place you under arrest now for, don't be alarmed, this is under section all that again. And they gave her 10 years for bearing false witness. Which isn't just against the law, it's against God's law. She bore false witness. They put her in jail for a mandatory term. A mandatory tariff. Minimum tariff of, you're not going to fucking believe this, 1,000 years. Because it's like biblical, because you broke one of the 10 commandments. 1,000 years. And she's still in there right now. You know when that was? You know when all that happened? Well, because I have said 1970 thing, Scotland law. What? You know, I was saying 1973. That's 1973 BC. BC. And see, because she did 1,000 years. Because remember, they lived differently back then. You live for longer back then because of the diet. Because you're eating like good stuff. No, that processed shit you get now in the shops, but good stuff. And because she didn't behave in there, she ripped somebody. There was a woman looking at her wrong, and she ripped her. She got another 2,000 years put on. And basically explained the phones. They had phones back then. They had phones back then. It was all then lost. That's what the Dark Ages was. The Dark Ages was the losing of all that knowledge, and we had to start again. Because nothing was written down. The Dark Ages was the Dark Ages because nothing was written down. It was all just kept in the minds of the elders. Then the elders died, and then we lost all that knowledge, and we got it back. So she's got out. She's getting out the day. She's getting out the day. Oh, wait a minute, there's the phone. Hello? Yes, it is. Mary? I know Mary. Do you have some news for us? Who do I mean by us? I'm streaming right now. I'm live streaming. You're live. Live! No, it's just a wee voice I put on. It's a wee funny voice. Sorry, what you saying? Right. Uh-huh. Aye, the day, wasn't it? She's back in again. What for? Right. Okay. That's a shame. I tell her that I'm going to visit her. We'll pay her a visit. The people in the stream. No, a river, like a live stream, like a internet thing. No, well, ask your Wayne then. They'll probably have heard this. Limmy. No, that's Burniston. I'm the, DD, Jacqueline McCafferty. She's turned the winds against us. Steals heaven feathers. Hello? Oh, sorry, I thought you got cut off here. So just tell Mary we'll visit. Okay. Thanks. Oh, wait. I was just going to ask about visiting times there, but wait. Mary's back in for 1,000 years. Another 1,000 years. She got another 1,000 because she looked at the polish the wrong way on her way out. She looked at one of the screws the wrong way on her way out. Another 1,000 year. The end. Just chuck another 1,000 year on. Just like that. 1,000 year. Just like that. Is this a true story? Yep. How'd I know? You just saw me.